If your hands are constantly dry, cracked, inflamed, red, and itchy, and nothing that you put on them seems to help, I want you to stop blaming your skin for a second and think about everything that your poor hands are coming into contact with every single day. Because a lot of what causes some of the irritation around the hands, which can lead to hand eczema, isn't just a skin problem, it's a chemistry problem. Your hands come into contact with chemicals multiple times a day in your own kitchen, in the laundry room, at work, in your bathroom. Your hands are constantly being exposed to chemicals. One of the leading ingredients that's doing the most damage to your hands is in almost every dish soap and every laundry detergent out there. It's the ingredient that helps cut grease, which most of us are looking for when we're doing dishes. But it is a huge, well-known skin irritant, and especially if you have sensitive skin or a compromised skin barrier. This ingredient is not just drying, but it's actually triggering inflammation in the skin. And this class of ingredients that I'm referring to is sulfites, and they're detergents that cut grease. So if you're looking at your cleaning products or laundry detergent, look for sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium laureth sulfate or ammonium lauryl sulfate. These are all ingredients that cut grease extremely well. The problem is they don't stop at just grease. They're actually going to strip your lipid barrier. And that lipid barrier is what helps keep moisture in your skin and keeps irritants out. And when your lipid barrier is continuously getting stripped every time you wash dishes or wash your hands after you use the restroom, your skin just doesn't have enough time to recover in between these different exposures throughout the day. And that is where the redness, the cracking, the itching, and the irritability comes from. Synthetic fragrance are the second most leading cause of irritants to the hands. We like our cleaning products to smell good. We like our hand soaps to smell good. But if you're using one with fragrance, that word can represent literally hundreds and sometimes thousands of undisclosed chemical compounds. It's one of the most well-documented contact allergens in the world. People usually don't connect it with skin reactions, but over time, fragrance can be a huge trigger for hand eczema. Then there are preservatives. Some preservatives are a huge skin irritant. They're typically listed on products as capital M, capital I, or capital MIT. They're really effective at keeping products shelf stable, and so helping your products last longer. But the EU, Europe, has put huge restrictions around these products, and it's actually not allowed in Europe to be used if it's a product that stays on your skin, but they're prevalently sold here in the US. Here's something I can tell you. If you've read your labels and it seems like a mystery and you're tired of fighting hand eczema, I can give you a little tip on sort of how to make your own cleaner that you know is safe and is not going to damage your lipid barrier. If you mix 1 part of white vinegar to 1 part of water in a spray bottle, that's all you really need to clean most of your home. It's literally antibacterial. It cuts grease extremely well, and it doesn't leave a residue on most surfaces. And in that simple formula, there is not a single synthetic fragrance or preservative. It doesn't work on all surfaces. Natural stones, granites, or marble can get damaged because of the acidity from the vinegar. But like your toilet bowl or your porcelain sinks or even your stainless sinks can certainly get wiped down with this. And it does a great job of cleaning without anything that's going to irritate your skin. I think that that one swap alone can significantly reduce how much your skin is exposed to chemicals. So if you're suffering and your hands are irritated, dry, red, itchy, and they feel like they're always constantly damaged, this is something you may want to consider. So when your hands are in an active flare up, the thing that you can do is wear gloves. Protect your hands against continuous exposure to these synthetics. So nitrile gloves will work. Those typical yellow kitchen gloves will work. But your skin can't heal if it is constantly wet and exposed to these chemicals. The other thing you can do is consider switching your hand soap to something that is sulfate free. So look for hand soaps that don't have SLS or don't have synthetic fragrance. The foam doesn't always make your hands cleaner. Sometimes it's just making your condition worse. So think about how much sudsing your hand soap does. The less suds, the better. Eczema prone and compromised skin doesn't need a light lotion that also has synthetic fragrance. It needs something that actually heals and supports your skin. It needs something that can help heal the barrier. And my recommendation is our herbal skin rescue. It's what I reach for when my hands start to get irritated. It works amazing overnight. If you kind of load your hands up and then put some cotton gloves on and leave it overnight to heal. The formula is built to really calm inflammation and support the skin barrier. Rather than just sit on the surface, it actually soaks in and works from the inside out. In over my 16 years of formulating, I have never used a product that works so well and almost instantaneously. So if you're suffering from dry, red, cracked hands that are itchy or feel irritated, the Skin Rescue is my favorite product for that. If you've been treating your eczema more like a skin problem and not considered what your hands are coming into contact with, I want you this week to pay close attention. What sort of products are your hands coming into contact with, and start looking at your labels. I'm here to tell you, sometimes we just do things without thinking because it's just become a part of our routine, but pay attention to what your hands are coming into contact with. And if they're irritated, give the Skin Rescue a try. You will not be sad. We have thousands of testimonials from people that have used that Skin Rescue for everything from cysts to burns to cuts to itchy skin to eczema. It really is quite a miraculous product. My mother always tells me it should be my $1 million product. She loves it so much. I hope this helps get your hands looking and feeling good and less irritated. And I'll see you next week.